Hi and welcome to episode 3 of our removal series. Today we've got 2 pictures we're going to work on, and in the end they're going to look great. We should be getting really good at the spot healing brush tool and the clone stamp tool by now. Let's get on it. Alright, we got a nice picture here of a couple of people on the beach. We'll start off easy by removing these people. So we'll create a new layer and we'll name it left. Create another new layer. We'll name that one right. Let's go back to the left layer now. Let's grab our spot healing brush and let's go over to the left. Zoom in on this person here. Spot healing brush. And let's just go around them. And that person's removed. Dab a bit. Now let's try this one. You might have to try a couple times to get it right. Just swipe a bit. Now, don't worry about the mess. We'll come back and clean it later. Now, let's pan over to the right and see what we got. Choose our right layer. Let's grab the guy up top first. You can see part of his body in shadow was there, so let's not forget that. Make our brush just a little bit bigger. Gone. Let's try the lady on the side here. But let's remember that her shadow was there. So let's get rid of that. We'll clean up that in a second. Now let's try this other lady. As best we can with our spot healing brush. Size a little bit bigger than what you want. So the artificial intelligence knows what to do. Gone. Dab here. Don't forget, you can always dab. Let's create one more layer called repairs. Let's grab our clone stamp tool. S for clone stamp. Make our flow about 10% at the moment. And let's clean up this mess around here. Grab this. And let's just put back some of these frothy water. Let's do the same by going over here and cleaning up this. Let's create some tide because you never know what the water's going to do. Now let's follow this line. Always a good way to follow a line. Grab that, kind of line it up. And we've created a bit of shore and stuff. Let's zoom out. Yeah, that's looking good. I'll show you one other thing in a second. Now let's zoom back in here on this area. Okay, now we need to clean up this a bit, but we can always do it with what's surrounding. So let's get back our clone stamp tool. Let's go here. Careful around this lady. Maybe reduce your flow to 5%. Let's grab this here. And let's just kind of mold this into here. Move over where this guy was, right about there. So always got to clean up your mess. All right, zoom out, and it's all good. Now, the thing that we're missing here is right here where the person's shadow was. Let's grab healing brush tool, make our selection, go over it. Make another selection. And let's go over it. Not bad, not bad at all. If we want, let's grab some section over here. Clone stamp tool. Now at 5%, if you just color over it a bit, it'll make it look like it's part of the shore. All right, people removed. Well done. All right, we've got this boy here, the football field. We get some distractions left, right. Over here, this gentleman here, and the wires. Let's get rid of everything. So let's first create a new layer, and we'll call this one left. We use the spot healing brush. Let's zoom in, Z for zoom, J, and let's just go over it. And bam, it's gone. A little bit of mess, so you can kind of dab, make it look prettier for yourself. All right, let's make another new layer. Call it right. And let's get rid of this schmozzle here. Gone. And this distraction here in the trees. Gone. Now, up here, let's zoom out a bit. We want to get rid of the wiring. So let's create a new layer. Wiring. So this would be good practice for our spot healing brush and holding our shift button down. So let's make it a little bit larger. It doesn't have to be. And we'll go right next to his head. Hold your shift button down and gone. Clean it up a bit. We'll do the same for the second one. Shift button down, clean it up. Now let's do the same on the other side. Dab, shift button, gone. Same thing here. Dab, shift button. You can just dab in these spots where you can see where the wire is. Kind of clean it up. Now, let's zoom out a bit and a little bit larger. And we'll do the same method again. Dab, hold your shift button down, go across. Now let's just quickly draw onto that. And gone. Alrighty. Let's zoom in on the boy's head here. We want to get rid of this, so we can either clone stamp it or spot healing. It's probably easier to use the object selection tool, choose him. You can see it doesn't quite get all of him. So hit your Q for the quick mask, B for brush, make sure it's white. Now we'll just color it in a little bit more for him on the side of his face and stuff. Now, what we can do, Q and J for your spot healing brush. Let's invert the selection so we can protect his head and just draw it in there. Gone, 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 and gone. Control D to deselect. There's a little bit left there, so maybe we'll grab our clone stamp tool, reduce our brush, flow it about 5%, make a selection, and just touch it away. Let's zoom out. Now we've got the gentleman next to him here. So what we're going to have to do, object selection tool, choose the boy, B for the brush tool, and we'll go under select, modify and expand by, let's say, 2 pixels, just to be safe so we can protect the boy and everything while we're clone stamping. Now let's make a new layer, man, right, or whatever you want to call it. Get our clone stamp tool out, make it to about 25% flow. Gotta zoom in here, and let's clone stamp this gentleman out. Reverse the selection, Control Shift I, clone stamp tool. Well, let's reduce it a bit. Now, anytime you can see a straight line, kind of use that as a guide to where you want to clone. Make your choice. Now let's grab from over here, kind of line it up. Let's clone this guy out. Always kind of do it in pieces if you can. Up a bit. So far, so good. I don't think we're going to run into too many problems. Okay, we're going to run into a little bit, but so let's kind of start from here, make a selection, then go back down. Selection from over here or something. Let's go down to the grass and or grab some grass selection, line it up a bit, grab that, get rid of that. Again, with the fence, kind of line it up. Now you have the walking path, grab that, line it up, and he is out of there. Now we're going to have a bit of problem here because we expanded 2 pixels and we kind of left some stuff behind. The rest of it looks all right. So let's go back, select modify to expand again. Because the selection is inverted, when you hit 2 pixels, it'll bring 2 pixels back. So now we can make our selections again. And let's remove that. Quick and dirty. Now let's Control D to deselect. You can still see there's a bit there from that gentleman left over. So what we can do, bring our flow down to about 5%. Let's just kind of remove that line. This is good practice for coloring and or making selections and clone stamping something out. Make another selection. Anything that's kind of orange, let's adjust it to your liking. Now let's zoom out, and that gentleman and everything else is missing. If you see anything that's distracting yourself, then let's clean that up. So let's make a new layer. I see something. Repairs. Over here, you'll see some repeating patterns. And that's a no-no in Photoshop, is repeating patterns. So let's go back to clone stamp. Make your flow about 10%. And choose something from the other side, maybe. All right, make our selection. And let's just clean up these repeating patterns so they don't exist. Because you never know what the trees are going to look like and stuff. Bam. Zoom out. Okay, a little more repeating patterns over here. So let's zoom in here. Yeah, we can't have that. Clone stamp. Reduce our brush a bit. Make your selection. And let's just remove what's going on over there. Clean it up a bit to your liking. And bam, picture number 2 done. Those 2 pictures turned out great. Please stay tuned for episode 4 in our removal series. Thanks.